When you're actually going to lift, your feet should be slightly apart, roughly around hip distance apart. Give you a good stance, okay? So kind of a wide base, roughly hip distance apart. And then when you're preparing to lift, I'll call the shots in a second there. I'll get you all to lift together, okay? So the idea is that I go 1, 2, 3, lift, okay? Yeah. And then you lift and you hold it, you don't move, and then 1, 2, 3, lower, and you leave it back down again. And we'll see how we go on that, okay? Okay. So press your thighs against the boat and then support your back as well. Okay? Yeah. So I'm going to give you a count. You all ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lower. We're all listening now, lads. Four on the wheel, have we four on the wheel?
Yeah. I am, yeah.
Now hold that wheel, guys, because the pressure's on here now.
Okay, forward slowly.
We're watching the head of the boat this time.
When you get to the rubber, move fast, riding. How far down do you want to go?
Okay, hold it there. Are you ready to lift?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, hands on. Hands on.
Come on, girls, all hands on. 3, 2, 1, lift. Hold there. Okay. 3, 2, 1, lift.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you need to actually
Slowly. Mind yourself down.
No, I'm just saying that's what you can move. I realised.
Okay. That's it, well done.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, lift. Step in, yeah. Step in again.
Well done, yeah, that's it.
Slowly.
Again, four on the wheel, let's hold that wheel, that's it.
You all right there, Catherine?
Don't go down any farther.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Now do you mind your feet? Yeah, that's it. Okay, let go here. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay, what I didn't notice there, guys, as well as just before we wrap up, just say inside in the shed we did a team lift there. I know that obviously you won't be doing that all the time, it's just a matter of getting the trailer or the boat out of the shed and obviously bringing it around. We talked about having proper footwear, getting it around the stone area there. We talked about the din coming down along, not really much of an issue there, because you're just walking beside it. You do your warm-ups here before you go down and then you bring your boat down to the water. Okay? Now the idea is that when you're bringing it down to the water, as we just saw there, that half of the boat is in the water and the other half is out, isn't it, more or less? Isn't it? Is that how it works? Yeah. So all the people at the front are coming back as the boat goes into the water at this point here, okay? And then they're wheeling it in and the wheels are here and then half of the boat is still being lifted, okay? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked to them about the actual lift. That the idea is that there's one person in charge, whoever that person is. We don't want to hear too many voices because that creates confusion. So one person gives the instructions. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, lift, and at that point, the person on the wheels are just pulling it back as much as they can during that lift. Like the way, just step back out of the way. Yeah. And I said the big thing is, if you have the opportunity to come around the front of it during the next lift, I would say, obviously you bring the wheels down as far as possible, but possibly leave a bit of room here for someone to just to give you a bit of support as well, especially for the people at the back who are lifting on their own. You know, essentially it's all about making sure that your feet are going to slightly apart. You don't want to bend over the boat, you want to have your feet or your legs slightly bent. The idea is 1, 2, 3, lift. Okay, so the legs come up, not the back. Okay, the idea is that the legs are slightly bent and then you lift and straighten the legs. So when you're lifting, getting ready to lift, your legs should be slightly bent. And then when you lift, it's just straight up. Okay, and that's it. That's your best method of lifting.